Go ahead and get into some serious shit right now. I did hear about the unfortunate passing of I don't even know his name, but the white boy. I'm not trying to be, make it racial, but I did hear the sad passing of the white man to getting stabbed. But I did hear that he tried to jump a black man, and that's why he did eventually get poked. Let's see what really happened, and let's see if we can get the actual details.
Some staff at Memorial High School in Frisco will remember a student stabbed to death at a track meet.
The victim's father says his son died in the arms of his twin brother.
High school community gathered tonight in grief after the stabbing death of a teenager at a track meet.
Another teenager, a student at Frisco Centennial, is now charged with the murder.
He was going to turn out to be a great individual and impact this world with positivity. Track. He was doing everything right. I was so proud. And his brother was holding him, trying to hold the blood in, and he passed. My son watched his brother die in his arms.
That's messed up.
It's unclear how Anthony got the knife into the meat or what exactly led up to the fight. Anthony is now facing first-degree murder charges, and Jeff Metcalf
It was the best weekend ever.
Is only left with memories.
That's super messed up.
I was able to watch and be blessed so much.
Like, can you imagine your twin brother pass away in your arms? That turned a lot of niggas to a savage. I hope you don't turn his life up, man. Don't do that, man. Live in his honor. Don't turn your life up.
They're having both my sons are amazing.
When Jeff Metcalf was diagnosed with cancer 9 years ago, his boys were his strength. Now cancer-free, it's his faith that's keeping him strong.
And when I kissed his forehead today, as his body was cold, I ran my fingers through his hair. I told him it's not goodbye. It's see you later. I'll join you at some point too, son. You just beat me to this place.
I feel like if I was talking to my grandmother about this situation, may she rest in peace, she'd quote, "That boy done lost his everlasting mind." Looking back at my experience in high school, it's a time when most of us feel like we grown, but in actuality, we not. If you played sports and you was the star, 9 times out of 10, you was the man in high school. In fact, most of us know this already. In high school, you got this thing called
specifically
popularity.
football and
Now,
basketball.
I'll let you guys
Specifically,
let me know how you feel about popularity. But what comes with that is habits at a very early age. For the ones that was popular, it seems it comes with a sense of entitlement that can, believe it or not, turn into a negative in your life later on down the line. And not all, but for some of the ones who was quote-unquote not popular, they can develop habits like jealousy and envy. And we all know, if that's not rectified at a very early age, that can hinder you from success later on down the line as well. And in this story, you got some people coming out saying this is a clear sign of jealousy, envy. But on the other hand, you have some people who say this was a young kid who lost his life after feeling entitled. Now, I'm not here to let you guys know how I feel, but I am here to present the facts and see what you guys believe this was.
Nigga Pluto paying attention to me while he's supposed to be
before we go over
asleep.
this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. Fam, today we talk about 2 high school students. Both play football. In fact, they both play the same position, a linebacker. But one stand out more.
So they crazy.
One of the students have D2
They crazy
offers,
then.
which is still great. Look at people like Uncle Shannon Sharp, who went to Savannah State, which is a D2 college, but now is an NFL Hall of Famer. But the other have a little more upside. He's the MVP on his team and captain. In fact, he have D1 offers with the chance to reach new heights he can only dream of. Right. A nice day on the first week of April, at just 17 years old, both teenagers' lives will be cut short over a seat. Fam, today we go to Frisco, Texas, where a high school student is facing murder after Frisco police say he fatally stabbed a student during a confrontation at a high school track meet. The incident took place April 2nd, 2025 on Wednesday at QY Kendall Stadium at around 10 a.m. The victim was identified as Austin Metcalf. He had a twin brother and he was considered the oldest by 4 minutes. Austin was a junior at Memorial High School in Frisco, Texas. He was a linebacker for the football team. He was recently named MVP. He had a part-time job at Halo's Pizzeria. On the second day of April in 2025, Austin and his twin brother, Hunter Metcalf, decided to support the high school track team, which was at the stadium about 30 miles north of Dallas. Right. Now, when the twins got to the 30 stadium, miles is crazy. They was looking for a tent that was meant for all high school students that went to Memorial High School. Now, when they got there, they noticed a kid who go by the name of Carmelo Anthony with the K sitting in the section. But he didn't go to Memorial High School. Carmelo went to Frisco Centennial High School. And according to Carmelo Anthony's X account, he have a handful of scholarships from D2 schools. Now, as Carmelo was sitting under the tent, that was intended for Memorial High School, he was approached by the twins when Austin Metcalf allegedly told Carmelo to get up out of his seat. But according to Hunter, who was Austin's twin brother, Carmelo allegedly responded, quoting, "Touch me and see what happened," end quote. But here's where things get tricky, fam. According to Hunter, his twin brother Austin had grabbed Carmelo's book bag, and shortly after, Carmelo had stabbed him. But according to Carmelo,
See, what it sounded like is the twin brother was the aggressor, and then he got, I ain't saying it's right that he got poked up, but if you're gonna be the aggressor in a situation, you can't goddamn be, I was just listening, trying to see what was going on. You can't be the aggressor in a situation, then cry wolf. You can't goddamn, even if he didn't go to your school, bro. Okay, you can't just make him leave though. Like unless the whole tent was like, yeah, you gotta leave, bro, which it doesn't sound like what was going on. You own that with him, but maybe it's because y'all was rival schools or something. I don't really know, but you can't make him get up and then try to press him. Especially as two of y'all. I know y'all riding together, so it's y'all was probably finna jump his ass. He acted fast, shit.
Austin put his hands on him, then he stabbed him. Now, unfortunately, after, Austin had lost his life in the hands of his twin brother after being transported to a local hospital. May he rest in peace. I love condolences to his family. Now, at the time, Carmelo had left the knife on the scene and tried to run away, but he was apprehended shortly after and confessing, not allegedly, I stabbed him, but it was self-defense.
The kid was mad. My son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
Crazy. Why you not interviewing the black family?
Just tell me about what happened today.
I don't know.
She wasn't there, man. We ain't even finna listen to her talk. She wasn't there, so there's no reason to hear her account on things, especially for this goddamn long. You feel what I'm saying? I respect the family, but goddamn, from 5 minutes to fucking, bro. Jesus. From 5 minutes all the way to 16 minutes, bro? The hell?
Because I came in from Grapevine.
As far as Carmelo,
damn,
17 years old, he was charged with first-degree murder as an adult, with his bond being set at $1 million. But after 2 days, Carmelo's family had went to Facebook to speak up on his behalf. The truth about Carmelo. Let's set the record straight. Enough with the misinformation. Let's talk about facts.
I did hear this.
1. It's normal for all students from different schools to gather under another school's tent. Carmelo had friends there. He wasn't trespassing or looking for trouble.
Facts.
2nd, the claim that one of the twins had never seen Carmelo before, a blatant lie. 3,
Facts.
No student has the right to remove another student from a school-owned tent. The school owns the tent, not the twins. 4, Carmelo is a track athlete. The twins are not. He wasn't even expecting to see them there. Now here's what they don't want you to know. The twins didn't just ask him to leave. They tried to jump him. Before attacking him, they tried to take his belongings, broke his phone, and stomped on it. The twins are known bullies. So ask yourself, if 200+ attackers came at your child, what would you expect them to do? And yet, despite everything, the media is trying to destroy Carmelo's name. They keep posting a picture of him with an airsoft gun, not even a real firearm, to manipulate the public perception. Why? Because they want to paint him as a criminal instead of a victim. Let's talk about who Carmelo really is. A respectful, well-mannered young man, a 4.0 student with multiple college offers, a kid with 0 criminal history, not even a blemish. A son raised in a loving home by parents who taught him right from wrong. A life was lost, and that is tragic. But what's also tragic is the way the media is twisting the story to fit their own agenda. Carmelo defended himself against violent aggressors. This is not a crime. Do not let the media race bait you. Do not let them manipulate the facts.
So yeah, that's pretty much adding up to exactly what I said. So it seems like the twins was on that with him. They tried to jump him and get on that and bully him, and then he retaliated. Like I said, I'm not condoning him getting poked up, but at the end of the day, it's like you can't disrespect somebody and attack somebody and then get mad at how they respond. You don't know what he had going on. You don't know if he had an instance he was scared for his life. You have no idea how he's supposed to react to deal with things. You feel me? You said you might have not poked him, but like she said, if you got 200-pound people that are twins trying to attack me, it's like, shit, I gotta do something. Especially they already broke my phone, they already trying to grab me and take my shit. It's like, damn, bro, I gotta protect myself somehow. So I hope that he beat this case, because this is insane that they even are like having to go through this shit for someone trying to attack him. But hey, it shit be crazy, bro. Shout out to the people that are covering this and trying to spread the real story, because I don't like the white tears narrative. Because if you're doing wrong, you gotta accept that your kids was doing wrong. So